The landscape of high-performance graphics cards has entered a transformative phase once again. And at the center of this evolution is AMD's latest weapon in the ongoing GPU race, the Radeon RX 970 XT. While the name might suggest a familiar upgrade path, the capabilities and refinements packed into this new card signal something much more ambitious. Rather than simply chasing bigger benchmark numbers, AMD has chosen to address real-world performance, power efficiency, and value essential metrics for both gamers and creators today. In this comprehensive deep dive, we'll explore what truly sets this GPU apart, analyze how it performs across various resolutions and workloads, and assess whether AMD's newest entrant lives up to the buzz. This is not just about specs. It's about what you experience when you're in the middle of a heated battle, editing high-res content, or building the next small form factor PC masterpiece. A new contender with familiar roots, the RX 970 XT enters the scene as a successor to the highly regarded RX 9700 XT. While the naming conventions might imply incremental evolution, the story here is far more nuanced. AMD's latest edition doesn't just aim to edge out previous performance records, it brings a fresh balance of power, thermal efficiency, and clock speed optimization to the table. Designed on the cutting-edge RDNA for architecture, this card serves as a refinement of what AMD started in previous generations. It delivers impressive performance across a variety of modern gaming titles, but more importantly, it does so with less heat and lower power consumption. That means better thermals, less fan noise, and a more efficient experience for systems, large and small. 4K gaming, where it shines when it comes to 4K gaming. The RX 970 XT comfortably carves out a place among the top contenders. Across a wide variety of AA and esports titles, the GPU routinely shows performance gains ranging from 3% to 7% over its predecessor. This may seem modest on paper, but in the heat of gameplay, especially with graphically intensive scenes, this difference is noticeable. Frame rates are more stable, loading times feel tighter, and transitions between high-load scenes are smoother. These incremental improvements add up to a more immersive experience, especially when paired with high refresh rate 4K monitors. The consistent delivery of high frame counts under demanding settings is precisely what sets this GPU apart in the 4K category. 1440p and 1080p, still strong, but not a revolution. While the RX 970 XT delivers excellent performance at ultra-high resolutions, it doesn't offer groundbreaking leaps at 1440p or 1080p for gamers who primarily play at these resolutions. The generational gap between the RX 970 XT and its predecessor becomes narrower, often just a few frames per second separate the two in benchmarking scenarios. That said, there's more to performance than just raw frame counts. Even in these resolutions, the RX 970 XT brings subtle but valuable improvements like better frame pacing, smarter energy consumption, and reduced coil whine under load. These refinements make for a more enjoyable and consistent gaming session, even if you're not pushing every pixel to its maximum. Smarter power use for a new era. One of the major wins for this card is its efficiency. Power draw under heavy loads is lower than expected, marking a positive trend in AMD's approach to performance per watt. In setups where cooling and noise are significant, considerations like Mini ITX or SFF builds this efficiency translates into better thermals and quieter operation. Compared to the previous generation, the RX 970 XT uses less energy while delivering better or equivalent performance in nearly every scenario. This is particularly beneficial for users building compact rigs or those looking to reduce their power footprint without compromising on frame rates. Synthetic benchmarks, real results from simulated tests. Numbers coming from synthetic testing tools like 3DMA, RK, TimeSpy, and Speedway have backed up AMD's claims. Early leaks suggest the RX 970 XT scoring around 6,345 and 14,591 points, respectively, in these benchmarks. This places it comfortably ahead of NVIDIA's competing RTX 4080 Super by as much as 6 to 8%. Although synthetic tests don't always reflect in-game behavior, they serve as a reliable indication of raw processing power, memory bandwidth, and thermal headroom. The fact that a non-flagship GPU can outperform upper-tier cards from the competition says a lot about how mature AMD's architecture has become. architecture, and specs that matter. The technical backbone of the RX 970 XT is a showcase of thoughtful design, with a boost clock pushing up to 3.0 GHz and a base clock set around 2.52 GHz. This GPU is primed for high performance right out of the box. Combined with 16 GB of high-speed memory and nearly 5,000 stream processors, it brings both capacity and throughput that rival even some workstation-grade cards. Memory bandwidth improvements make a notable impact as well. That 16 GB of ROM ensures smoother performance in high-resolution gaming, large texture handling, and rendering workloads. For content creators, this can mean faster scrubbing through 4K video timelines or better performance in 3D rendering applications like Blender and Maya. Thermals and acoustics. Performance without the noise. Early tests, especially of custom variants from manufacturers like ASUS, show that the RX 970 XT manages to maintain high clock speeds without breaking a sweat. Thanks to advanced cooling designs, the GPU remains remarkably cool under load, and more importantly, it stays quiet. For gamers and creators alike, this is a big deal. Loud fan noise can be distracting during intense sessions, and thermal throttling can hurt your FPS just when you need it most. With the RX 970 XT, both issues are kept in check. Even in small form factor builds, users can expect stable performance and minimal acoustic impact. Who is this card really for? The RX 970 XT targets a very specific group of users, those who want top-tier performance at a reasonable price, without stepping into ultra-premium flagship territory. For gamers who have already upgraded to 4K monitors or plan to in the near future, this card makes perfect sense. It's also a strong candidate for those who dabble in content creation or run compute-intensive applications as part of their workflow. However, if you're primarily gaming at 1080p or 1440p and aren't running especially demanding titles, this card may be overkill. The 9700 XT, or even last-generation offerings, still provide excellent value at those resolutions, making the upgrade a tougher call for budget-conscious users. Price and market positioning. A strategic middle ground with an expected price tag in the $600 range. The RX 970 XT finds itself in the high mid-range market. This sweet spot has traditionally been one of the most competitive segments, and AMD seems keen on delivering maximum value here by offering nearly flagship-tier performance without a four-figure price tag. AMD is targeting users who want serious power without overspending. It also places the card in direct competition with NVIDIA's RTX 70 class cards, promising to intensify rivalry in this price bracket. Ongoing driver optimization and RDNA for potential as with any new release. Performance is expected to improve further over time. The current results already show strong returns, but AMD's track record suggests that continued driver updates will unlock even more performance. Developers, too, will gradually optimize their games to leverage the unique strengths of RDNA. For early adopters, this means buying into a platform that's still maturing. Performance, stability, and compatibility should only get better in the coming months, something to consider for those thinking long-term. The bigger picture, a step toward GPU democratization, more than just an upgrade. The RX 970 XT represents a strategic vision by AMD. The goal isn't just to beat NVIDIA at the top of the market, it's to reset expectations across all tiers. With more RDNA for products expected in the pipeline, this card might just be the first move in a broader campaign to make high-end performance more accessible to a wider audience. This approach appeals not only to hardcore gamers but also to professionals, modders, and tech enthusiasts who want more bang for their buck. It's a quiet yet forceful statement about where AMD thinks the industry should go and who should get to come along for the ride. Final thoughts. A smart investment for the right user if you're building a new rig today or looking to upgrade from a previous generation GPU. The RX 970 XT is a very compelling option. It offers consistent 4000 performance, excellent power efficiency, quiet operation, and plenty of memory for multitasking or creative workloads. It's not a revolutionary leap across the board, and users gaming at lower resolutions may not see huge gains. But for those pushing the boundaries of what their systems can do, it's a tool worth having in a GPU market that's often split between overpriced flagships and underwhelming mid. The RX 970 XT finds its strength in balance. It may not carry the flashiest name or headline-grabbing specs, but it delivers where it matters. And it does so with style, stability, and substance.